And I know it's not true. I just know. I know it's not true. And but every time I see the look on your faces when you hear them, this is not central casting. I didn't rent these people to come and lie on YouTube. I mean, this guy, but we still get responses from people that this isn't real and it's all, I'm an eccentric old man that I got nothing better to do than to play like I give a seminar, and I still get that kind of shit. I still get that kind of shit. And this isn't a real Chinaman from fucking Australia with a fucking tuxedo on. He's he's a waiter from fucking London that I get it all the time. I get it all the time. The one thing that they will believe is that the property crook, the developer that's a crook. Nobody ever even questions me on that. Anything else about him? And these next two are about a quarter of the size. But he had a simple life before. It's not simple now, but he has money, and so the more stress, the more success. The irony is, a lot of your families have had stress in their lives for nothing. For nothing. They have nothing to prove at the end of that life cycle. Yes, sir.
So what was his strategy to manage 100?
Well, his strategy was to find somebody who was world class, and he did. They were hoping that the CEO would come with the deal, but the CEO was worthless, as a lot of the CEOs are worthless. But you hope and pray, which doesn't work, as I've already told you, that with a 250 staff, that there was somebody in there that's worth a shit, but there wasn't. And so the chairman, who had been CEO and chairman for many years, was able to step in.
And you wanted more percentage?
Yep.
How much what?
If I were him and not moral, ethical, and honest, I'd want it all. I'd want it all.
He said he followed the steps. He said he followed the steps.
Yeah, everybody you're going to hear is going to tell you to follow the steps, except for the Muslim and the Chinaman in the room are going to go from 1 to 5. 1 to 5. And he's going to fill in as a maitre d' at a restaurant in the meantime. Because the natural thing is, everybody's got an uncle, a cousin, or a brother-in-law who's an accountant, a lawyer, or, There's not a person that's come through this, as low life as you are, even though you've come from poverty, social economic milieu, that doesn't have a cousin, an uncle, or somebody that knows a lawyer or an accountant. Everybody does. And you'll get fucked. And if you're from certain ethnicities, if you're Irish, if you're Italian, if you're from fucking Ukraine, you all think that there's an easier way. And then even though I ask you, show me somebody that's done this that had no money. You can't. You can't. You can't. And 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, or 3 years from now, when it's a multi-billion-dollar, and he's going to spread, he's already, because there's only so many he can acquire in that area that he's in. So he's looking at the other countries around him, and when he's got a $3 or $4 billion organization, nobody's going to remember any of this shit in the beginning. Anything else?
He wasted 6 months in the beginning.
Yes.
I believe he really badly wanted.
Yep, because you won't let go of the deal. Because you think, I wasted 2 months, I got to stay at it. I wasted 2 months, I got to stay at it. And then finally you realize that, and I put it in the weekly report, I said, after 7 or 8 weeks, I said, this is, next, but you still hang on. Because it's like the relationships most of you are in. I'm not worth a shit. You should have kicked whoever you're with to the fucking curb, not had kids. But, the grass is always greener. The fuck that you got here is better than the fuck you might not get over there. So you stay with the hag, you stay with the bitch. You know, there's people in this room that, no, they shouldn't be married or with the person they're with. 100%. Your parents shouldn't have been together. So why do you think you're going to be any different? Remember, you do not what you're told to do. You do what you see them do. If your parents were in a 25, 30, 35-year marriage that was disaster, what are the odds of you being in a 20, 25, 30 year marriage is a disaster? People that beat women come from women, their mothers got beat. I mean, people that do drugs, I mean, it's a cycle that's not impossible to break, but almost impossible to break. And the poverty cycle is harder than heroin. It's harder than child abuse. It's harder than anything. Why? Because almost everybody's fucking poor. It's like a famine. How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman? 0. I mean, don't you fucking get it? Jesus Christ. When's it, And the reason why everybody tells you it can't be done is because they don't, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. And I've been yelling this 25 fucking years. And I still get the same looks. But it's different in Poughkeepsie. It's different in Tipperary. It's different. No, it's not. It's not different. It's not different. Anything else?
How come he didn't recognize that it's not a motivated seller?
I'm going to ask you the same thing. Because you're blinded. It's, let's give you the benefit of the doubt that you don't want to kick your old lady who's sitting right over here to the curb. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay? But you know guys that are in relationships that they wish they weren't. Right? All of us know.
I have a question.
Well, wait, let me finish this. Wait a minute.
I have better one.
Okay. They just hang on. It's like the picture where is. Okay. Yeah. I said, don't wait for me. I saw it in the movies, And in the movies, they wait. And then at the end of the movie, and then they hug and mine didn't. And that's why the Dear John letters that military guys get, that, honey, you've been gone 11 months, and I hope this letter finds you alive, but I'm now married to so-and-so, your brother or your best friend or something. Those stories are for real. And so they hang on emotionally. Intellectually, they understand, but emotionally, they hang on. Yeah, what's your question?
But it's a stupid question, but...
No, there are stupid questions, but anyway, go ahead.
He's making so much money, He makes the deal.
Now.
Yeah, now. Okay, so
his
why
wife
on the
loves him
video
now, by
he's
the way.
sitting in a shit
By the way,
room?
money's not everything, but his wife loves him now. Go ahead.
Yeah, why is he sitting on the video in a shitty room, like a...
That's his business. That's the room that he did the deals in, and that's his business room. And when we did his room, he was probably, what time was that? Unlike you, 2:00 in the morning. He has an office at the hospital, but he doesn't want to do the deal where 150 or 250 people can hear. Mm-hmm. I would imagine he's gonna finish in this country in the next 2 to 3 to 4 years, and then we'll see what the market's like. The market dictates whether you have an industry sale or an IPO. You let the market tell you, not you, just because. I shouldn't have done an IPO in the face of Jaguar, but I had a hard-on about it, and I was going to do it on my birthday. So you let the market tell you. Not necessarily your board tell you. You let the market. And you let, what are the odds of getting away the highest multiple? And then because he's part of the EU, it'll be on what stock exchange in the EU. Frankfurt is a good one. Obviously, London's a great one. But those are the two major ones. Anything else about him? Okay, YouTube. Goodbye.